Hello again, and welcome back to the What Is That video series. My name is Tom Hewlett. I'm the Museum Collections Technician and Researcher here at the Esplanade Arts and Heritage Center in Medicine Hat. And today I'd like to show you two artifacts that, at first glance, might not seem to fit into the collection that well. Many museums have artifacts that seem a little bit out of place, and the Esplanade is no exception. Most of the artifacts in a museum collection usually have a story and shows how they're connected with the community, and it's pretty easy to see why they're there. Sometimes, though, you get the odd artifact that you have to do a little bit more digging on to find out what it even is before you can figure out why it's here. I have two items that I'd like to show you today from the collection which illustrate this. They're both made by the Alta glass company, which was a company that produced hand-blown art glass from the 1950s into the early 1980s. It was founded by John Furch, a Czechoslovakian immigrant in the early 1950s, and he established the company here in Medicine Hat largely due to the low cost of natural gas, which was used to heat the furnaces that they used to make the glass that Alta Glass used as a company. John and his son-in-law Les Stagg, along with a number of other glassblowers, produced quite a wide range of goods, so let's have a look at them now. These items were a bit of a puzzle to us here at the museum for a long time. It's obvious, of course, that they're a type of bottle with a pouring spout, but what were they used for? They only have a tiny hole in a spout, so they wouldn't, for instance, be very good watering cans for houseplants. Also, they don't hold very much, maybe only a little less than a liter, and they are a bit delicate to be used in a workshop to pour oil or other liquids. Well, it turns out that these are a type of Spanish wine decanter known as a Poron, with a design coming from Catalonia. They are designed so that a group of people can share a bottle of wine without the spout touching anyone's lips. A person picks up the decanter by the neck, holds it above their upturned face, and pours the wine into their mouth. They were, by all accounts, common in the mid-20th century in Catalonian homes, but have largely fallen out of use since then. The question here at the museum was, why do we have them? And how are they connected to Medicine Hat? Why did Alta Glass make them? Well, it turns out that two of the glassblowers employed at Alta Glass were from Spain. Manuel Esteban and Francisco Ribas both joined Alta Glass in the early 1960s and were eventually joined by Manuel's sons. The Spanish glassblowers brought different techniques and designs with them, including the Poron, which, it turns out, was never made for public sale. When the Esplanade curated an in-house museum exhibit on Alta Glass in 2011, we contacted Manuel Esteban's son, Manuel Jr., in California to ask a few questions. As it turns out, he and his brother Julio and their partners came to Medicine Hat for the exhibit. They very kindly gave us a lot of information on the 400-some pieces of Alta Glass we have in the collection and on the processes used in making them. Julio mentioned that he was very surprised that we had a pair of Porons in the collections, as he remembered his father, Manuel, making them primarily for the family. So, that explains why we have Catalan-style wine decanters in the Esplanade collections. It just took a bit of good luck and digging to find out why. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.